And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Jackson on first down. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 65 yards. And the Ravens will strike first here, this wild card matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Caught by Allen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now Herbert off the bootleg. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Moore, the man in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. The catch is made. Look at the big man rumble. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. More from L.A. in a moment. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 28. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down in the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Dancing to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
After one, 17-7 is our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chargers. 39 yards. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. And Jackson throwing once more. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
from the red zone now. Here's Jackson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Got an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Jackson will throw again. Escaping the pressure. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30. And as a result, the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Ready.
Herbert now. Look at the big fella go. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Touchdown! Chris Watkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try now from Dicker. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add.
And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DJ Moore, 75 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by on Herbert, his third interception. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Right back to Dobbins on first. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Herbert throwing again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Hey, Ram. 59. Go, hey, go.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. 5-9. Again, Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They go play action with Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. They run over center with Mitchell.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Third and goal. Jackson steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
No, we changed it.
Jackson. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did,
for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. He was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. That's good for 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Throwing is Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Dobbins. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Mitchell. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Mitchell again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Ravens 48, Chargers 28. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Baylor Tiger. Go.
Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play there for L.A. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Home troops right.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Chargers 28. Justin Tucker to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
And the Chargers first down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
53 yards.
And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Ready.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. DJ Moore. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. On first down, it's Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Trying the right side with Mitchell. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pat.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Tucker now to add the point after.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
69. Chargers 34.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set. Grenade.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 76, Chargers 34. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Again, that's Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Herbert on first down now. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 8. A give running right is Mitchell.
And some room to maneuver. Taking it right down Broadway.
He's on his way.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
83, Chargers 41. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert off of play action. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.